Well, welcome back to my Out of the Park 19 Let's Play with the Kansas City Royals. We are in 2019. It is September 8th. September call-ups have gone through. We are 59 and 77, so we've played around 500 ball since the last video, so things, they're looking up. We got some younger guys, and they're starting to step up, and can sort of start to see the tide starting to shift a little bit. Couple injuries. Tim Hill out for 9 or 10 months. That sucks. He was having a good year for us in the bullpen. Although a 4.52 ERA isn't all that great, I suppose, but it seems like whenever I manually played through the games and used him, he was quite good. So a little disappointed to see him go down, but did call up some pitchers. So Tucson, I'm gonna throw him into my starting rotation here in September. I got him from the Manny Machado trade. No, this was for the Rowdy Tellez trade. That's right. So he has good stuff. I'm expecting him to get a lot of strikeouts, but we're going to see how big of an issue his control is. So we're going to play against Tampa Bay, and he's going to take the mound. So it'll be interesting to see how he does. And we also brought up Dakota Chalmers, who I got in the Salvador Perez trade. I do like the looks of him. I think he can be a good pitcher for us. He's made 4 appearances and has an ERA of 2.08. So limited use, but he's been good. And let's see here, Albert Abreu struggling a little bit. Now he is the main piece of the Manny Machado trade. Like I said, he's struggling, but pretty small sample size still, and I do think he's going to be a good pitcher for us in the future. And Yadier Alvarez, who I got with the Dodgers, from the Dodgers, he's 1-5, but ERA under 5. I mean, he's been okay. So got some young pitchers. Getting their feet wet in the big leagues. They'll improve. Some hitters. Let's see here. Let's go to all batters. Got some younger guys playing. So Carlos Andres Cortez, he's up now after shuffling around some pieces after the Manny Machado trade. I needed another infielder, so I ended up bringing him up. So he's sort of mixing in, getting some plate appearances, and has struggled at the plate, but it's valuable experience for him. So he's up and playing, and Logan Warmoth is up once again. He came up at the end of last year, and so I decided to pull him up this year. He's also, he's faring a little bit better than Cortez, but still struggling, but once again, just young guy, getting him some plate appearances is a good thing. So really, that's about it for call-ups. Nothing super exciting, nothing earth-shattering here, but curious to see. It's curious how well we've done recently. So if we just look at the schedule here, if I go back and look at August, we had some good series here. So we went 3-1 against Seattle in this series and dropped 2 to the Angels, but then we swept Detroit in 3 games, and then we did lose 1-2 to Cleveland, and then we swept Detroit again. So I guess really our record was helped out quite a bit by Detroit. We kind of beat the crap out of them over and over again. But we've won 2 games against Tampa Bay, so hopefully we can win today. That'll make it a 3-1 victory in this series. So you know, we're improving, and that's the name of the game in a rebuild. So let's get in this game here and see what our youngsters can do. Alright, so Chris Archer on the mound for the Rays. So we're going to swing away with Nicky Lopez. And that will drop in for a double. So a good start already for us here as Nicky Lopez gets the leadoff double. So Gigliotti. And that's through, and Lopez will come home. So off to a hot start already here. So 50 catcher arm. Let's see, Chris Archer, not good at holding the runners either. So we're going to try to run all over these guys. So we're going to take one pitch. And then we're going to steal second. And he chickens out. We're going to try again. And Gigliotti just can't quite get a good enough jump, so that will be ball 4. So Arturo Soto draws the walk. So Samir Dueñas will strike out. So 2 on with 1 out for Billy McKinney. And that's going to be an out here. Let's see if Chesler Cuthbert can get anybody home here, and he will not. So get some base runners. We end up scoring a run. So see how Toussaint does. So we're going to be pretty aggressive. He has the stuff to strike batters up. With him, it's just a question of can he locate his pitches. So pretty good inning there, 2 strikeouts. So here's Carlos Andres Cortez, and he'll strike out. Danny Jansen. Danny Jansen will get on base here. And that's a nice hit for him. That's a double. And that'll bring up the bottom of the order at Alberto Mondesi, who will strike out. So back to the top of the order, Nicky Lopez. And that will be a ground out, and that'll do it for the inning. So and Toussaint walks him there, so that's the big fear with him. Back-to-back walks. And we do get the out of third, so he bunts with 3 balls. I would not have bunted there. I would have just tried to draw the walk, but alas, looks like we're going to get the double play. So almost got himself into trouble there, but ends up getting out of it. Gigliotti strikes out. Arturo Soto at the plate. Ground out to the second baseman. And Dueñas. That's a well hit ball, and it will stay in the ballpark, but that's extra bases. So a nice 2-out double there, and McKinney will have a chance for an RBI. And he's unable to convert. And that's a well-hit ball, but Gigliotti able to have the range to go get it. And Toussaint unable to corral just that short ground ball there, but gets a nice double play ball here. So Toussaint doing a good job so far. Pretty impressed with what I'm seeing. Not getting a whole lot done offensively. And there's a nice hit up the middle for the Rays. And have to beware of him stealing, so we're going to have to hold the runner. And doesn't matter, he still steals. And then he'll come right back with a walk. So that's in the corner. That's going to score at least 1 run. The runner will round third, so that's the Rays take the 2-1 lead as Touki Toussaint gives up some good contact, giving up some base runners here, and this start is quickly going from bad to worse. That's 3 runs given up now here in the 4th inning. And now there's only 1 out. Gets out number 2, but Christian Arroyo will move over to 3rd. And that's a well hit ball. Can Gigliotti get there? Yes, he does. So very fortunate there that he didn't allow even more runs. So now our offense is going to have to try to respond here as Mondesi will get on base. So we're going to try to steal here. And there we go. Adalberto Mondesi moves into scoring position with a successful steal. And Lopez, good thing he stole that because that was a potential double play. So Mondesi moves to 3rd. And now there's 1 away for Gigliotti, who will strike out looking. So Arturo Soto, it'll be up to him to bring home the run, and he'll do more than that as that is out of here. And the game is now tied up here in the top of the 5th. Home run by Arturo Soto. And Samir Duenas will ground out, so that'll do it for the top of the 5th, but we do end up tying it up. I'm going to start warming up Dakota Chalmers. Let's get a look at him as well. Start warming him up in case Toussaint starts to go sideways. And he does get a strikeout here. And that's another base hit given up. And that is a high fly ball. Gigliotti going back and off the wall. So now runners on 2nd and 3rd. And we're going to bring in Chalmers. So Toussaint, not the outing I had hoped for. Control, definitely an issue for him. But he was not the main piece of that trade. So he was just kind of a bonus to see what we could get for, just see what we could get out of him. And he's still young. He has time to turn it around. But Dakota Chalmers comes in and he gives up a base hit on his first batter faced. And now he'll move over to 3rd on the wild pitch. So not what I was hoping to see out of my young pitchers here. And that should do it. And no, it drops right in front of him. And that's going to bring home another runner. So surprise us on an error. And that's going to be a home run. So things unraveling here as Dakota Chalmers, who I had high hopes for, pitched okay in Omaha. But he has, oh boy, really blown this game today. And that's another well hit ball, but looks like we'll be able to corral that one. So that's have some work to do if we want to win this. And McKinney's going to ground out. And Cuthbert, that is not going to fall. So Cortez, the youngster, hits a nice line drive to the gap there, and that's going to be 2 at least. And he will not go to 3rd. And let's see. And he hurt himself on the play. So we're going to have to put in Logan Warmoth in at DH. Danny Jansen at the plate. That will be a ground out, and that'll do it for the top of the 6th. We're gonna give Chalmers a little bit more work, but we're gonna have to warm up. We'll get a look at Heath Philmeyer. He's another guy I called up from Omaha. Oh, that was really close to being a double play, but Warmoth couldn't quite get over there. So Chalmers runners at the corners with 1 out. And that ball's going to get away from him. And that is another run scored. We're going to see if he can get out of it here. And just ugly baseball being played. So there's an error. Bases are loaded now. So there's a strikeout. Can he get out of the jam? Yes, he will. So no further damage, but seen enough to him. So we're going to put in Heath Philmeyer, as this game's all but over. Going to be real difficult to come back from this. Mondesi flies out there, and really just wins and losses don't really matter at this point. It's all about seeing how the young guys do, and pretty disappointed with the pitching this game, but they have time to figure it out. They're youngsters. So that's a leadoff double. And that's going to be an out. So Philmeyer's going to walk one there. So 2 on with 1 out. And that's the double play ball. No, another error. Oh my goodness. This has been a tough watch today. And now it looks like Philmeyer has hurt himself. So, man, just things continue to get worse. So we're going to have to put in Walker Scheller. And he's going to have to make it to the end of the game. Because really don't have any other options other than our closer. But I don't think we're going to need our closer this game. And we're going to give up some more runs here, because why not? And that'll get us out of the bottom of the 7th. So here we are, top of the 8th, down 11-3. Just made a ton of mistakes defensively. The pitching hasn't been any good. And other than a home run by Arturo Soto, not much to be happy about at the plate either. So, you know, you can't win them all. We certainly haven't. But, you know, this is just baseball. You're going to have games like this. Unfortunately, I just happened to be recording that one, and that was a pretty easy play to make there, as we allow an extra base runner for no reason. Get the double play there, so that was a nice play. So top of the 9th, I have a feeling that Tampa Bay will not have to play the bottom of the 9th, as Cuthbert will strike out. Logan Warmoth at the plate. Warmoth will strike out Danny Jansen, our last out here, and he gets beamed. So Mondesi going to have a chance to get an at-bat there. And that's a high fly ball, but that's going to easily be caught. And that'll do it. So pretty ugly loss there. Was hoping to see more from Toussaint and Chalmers, but well, hopefully they do better. So I'm just going to go ahead and sim to the end of the season, and then next episode will be the 2019 off season. Should be interesting. So we got rid of Machado's contract. Might be able to trade away Arturo Soto to get rid of that contract. I don't think Alex Gordon will be on the team, so we might have a ton of money to spend again. So it should be an active free agency for us. Should be pretty fun. So yeah, I will see you guys in the off season.